there's going to be a task in their life where they have to balance two worlds, the world out here and the world over here. And it's going to be a difficult transition because you have your practical education thing over here, which teaches you the past. And my culture teaches you about tomorrow. What are we going to do? And so many people have used my great-grandfather's words, and they don't understand the words. He said, let us put our minds together. And I'll stop there and explain what I mean by that. You know, you sit in a circle, and I think my kola in the back room there, he was at one yesterday. I think he went to a conference. It's a meeting, and you have all these people sit in a circle, and everybody's trying to implement their idea. This is the way it's got to be, and ignore everybody else's. To me, my understanding of putting our minds together is, let's say half a dozen of us sit in a circle, and everybody has an input. I have my input. And we got to formulate using all these inputs in how to create something for tomorrow, for the future generations or the generations there to understand. And not only just talk about it, but to experience, to live it by example. This is so you can't create something that's impossible. You have to create something that you yourself can do to show and to understand that this is the goals of tomorrow. But on the other hand, you have the school over here that teaches you about the past, you know. And another thing with education is you have a school teacher in the front and 40 students, and the school teacher is teaching these 40 students out of a book that's written by some individual, and you're using that book to teach 40 kids how to be like him in this book. Or in the Lakota culture, you have 40 elders teaching one child how to discover his goal and his talent in life, how to be who he is. So this is the difference between the future and the past, you know, because you're trying to garner a awakening in a child to understand his position, to how he's going to help the future. And, you know, and nobody campaigns for political office. You know, we don't have politics, but, you know, we have ikachans and we have council members. All they do is by example, people see them. And number one goal in Sitting Bull Family Foundation is recognizing our women. Because in the Lakota culture, the women were the backbone of our society. We were a society that turned to and looked at our women for advice. I mean, not in front of public, but in tents or, you know, behind the scenes. Because I hate to say it, but we men are really, all we have is egos, and all we have is, you know, yeah, we have nothing, you know, except, you know, get mad and punch each other in the nose. Well, two women can sit down and negotiate terms in a peaceful manner, settle arguments or issues without punching each other in the nose. And, you know, Lakota society, they never sat in council. They don't have to. They can sit in the shade over there and enjoy it. You're sitting around the council, but the men who are chosen to be that council, they have to have at least a little bit of the wisdom of a woman to be able to make the right decisions without anger, without negotiations. But on the other hand, you prove yourself as a provider for the camp and protector. But also, you have to understand the wisdom of the woman. You never argued with them.